Should the Denver Broncos pick up Jerry Jeudy's fifth-year option? Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sparkin over Broncos, the show where we spark conversation about our Denver Broncos. I am your host, Gage Madrid. Before we jump in, you already know the routine. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the notification bell. It's the easiest way that you can help support the channel and push this content out to fellow members of Broncos country. And while you're at it, be sure to check out my second channel, Denver Broncos Syndicate. We are almost at 500 subscribers over there, so I would really appreciate you checking it out and helping us get there. Next off-season, the Denver Broncos will be faced with a massive decision regarding the future of wide receiver Jerry Jeudy. The team will have to decide if they want to exercise or decline the fifth-year option on Jerry Jeudy's contract for the 2024 season. A recent article from Sports Illustrated broached this very topic. The decision will have to be made by May of 2023. If the team declines his option, Jeudy will be an unrestricted free agent following the 2023 season. Expectations for Jeudy were quite lofty when the Broncos selected him with the 10th overall pick in the 2020 draft out of Alabama. Unfortunately, those expectations haven't really been met in Jeudy's first two seasons in the NFL. Jeudy had an overall solid rookie season, especially considering he was essentially thrust into the number one receiver role after Courtland Sutton tore his ACL. As a rookie, Jeudy caught 52 passes for 856 yards and 3 touchdowns. Pundits and analysts had Jeudy primed for a breakout season in 2021, but he suffered more of a sophomore slump. In week 1 against the New York Giants, Jeudy suffered a high ankle sprain that sidelined him for the next 6 games. Even after he returned in week 7, he never quite seemed himself. Jeudy finished the 2021 season appearing in 10 games where he caught 38 passes for just 467 yards and no touchdowns. His average yards per game dropped from 53.5 in 2020 to 46.7 in 2021. While some of Jeudy's inconsistent play can be attributed to injuries and poor quarterback play, not all of it can. Entering year 3, you would expect Jeudy to be further along in his development than he is, especially considering the physical talent that he possesses. There have also been times where Jeudy has struggled to carry himself off the field, and where he has displayed a lack of emotional maturity. In fairness, the dude is only 23 years old, just a few months older than I am, but as a professional athlete, there is a certain way you're expected to carry yourself. From expressing his displeasure with the Broncos on social media, to losing his cool and locking his baby's mother's possessions in his car, which led to him spending the night in jail, it's evident that Jeudy still has some growing to do as a person. Shifting back to the football field, it wasn't all bad for Jerry last year, as it was evident that he had been working on his drop issues from his rookie season. Last season, Jerry caught 80.4% of catchable passes thrown to him. That number is up significantly from 65.5% in his rookie season. Jeudy has shown some strides, just not enough of them. 2022 is going to be a make or break year for Jerry Jeudy, as this year there will be no excuses. After the first 2 years of his career with Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater throwing him the football, Jeudy finally gets to work with a top-shelf quarterback in Russell Wilson. Also, his ankle, which never looked quite right after his return last season, figures to be back to 100%. Hopefully, Jeudy's trademark burst and explosiveness will be back to where it was pre-injury. Although we do not know what the exact cost of picking up Jeudy's fifth-year option would be, estimates have put the amount in the $12 to $16 million range, dependent on playing time and Pro Bowl appearances. This year, should Jeudy finally emerge as the top receiver that he was drafted to be, the Broncos will not hesitate to pick up his 5th-year option. Should they decline the option, Jeudy should have a healthy market in free agency. Another potential option should Jeudy struggle this season is the trade market, which would allow the Broncos to get something back in return for him, as well as allow Jeudy a fresh opportunity to earn a long-term contract in a wide receiver market that was completely reset this offseason. Things really could go a number of different ways with Jerry Jeudy. This season is going to be absolutely critical in deciding his future in the Mile High City. I'm curious, Broncos country, what type of numbers do you think Jerry Jeudy needs to put up in 2022 for the team to pick up his 5th-year option? Drop those comments down below, I would love to hear from you. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss when we upload. And while you're at it, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Gage Madrid NFL for even more Broncos coverage. And for now, this has been another episode of Sparkin' Over Broncos, the show where we spark conversation about our Denver Broncos. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out and let's ride.